Hello there, you're watching Proactive London, and today we're talking about ClearVue Technologies, which has developed an advanced technology-based glazing solution that it says prevents solar radiation entering a window and converts it into electricity, in turn promising to help create more sustainable, energy efficient buildings of the future. Sounds good. We're going to learn more about this and how it's done. Joining me today from the company is John Downs here, the non-executive director. A warm welcome to you, and Deetas Moor from ClearVue Europe, the CEO of that particular company. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good. John, we're going to start this conversation with you. Maybe tell us a bit more about you and what do you see in the future for building facades and ClearVue from a global perspective, would you say?
Sure, Katie. Yeah, thanks for having us. My name is John Downs. I'm obviously a non-executive director with ClearVue. I'm also head of global facade supply chain for a company called Lendlease. They're an Australian company with the European head office in London, where I work. What do I see for facades of the future? I think the big thing, and it's very pertinent to this conversation, is the reduction of carbon. The facade industry accounts for about 20% of the carbon in the construction industry. And I really think that any business in the construction or facade industry that's not trying to reduce its carbon footprint probably won't survive in the next 5 years. It's as simple as that. So I've been watching ClearVue for probably about 2 years now, just to see how the company has developed. And what ClearVue does is it has products that solve all of these issues that face the facade industry in terms of reduction of carbon and what are the solutions there. So it's a solution technology that quite frankly we're not seeing an awful lot of within the construction industry. So it's great. It solves a lot of problems that the industry have at the moment.
John, let's stick with you for a second, because what would you say have been the outcomes of COP26, which we all know was held earlier on this year? And what does it mean, would you say, for the future of renewables and in particular solar energy within the building industry?
Yeah, so Katie, COP was really important for the world in general. It was obviously held in Glasgow, so very local to the UK. But it was important in terms of there was very important positive messaging coming from COP, and businesses like Google, Lendlease, who I work for, were at COP, and in a very positive way have said to the world, reduction of carbon is very, very important to us. This is what we're doing. And it kind of set the platform, I think, for what we're doing in ClearVue, which is providing a solution technology to industry. So in terms of what does it mean for renewables, I think renewables are one of the solutions that that industry needs to be able to get to a net zero position. And that's what ClearVue brings to the table. It's that I suppose vision of the future where net zero is possible. In particular, the ClearVue products bring a net zero energy solution, and it reduces the carbon footprint of the building. So for me, COP, when you think about, let's say, the industrial revolution, we've moved into a technology revolution, then the digital revolution. Well, now we have the green revolution, and ClearVue is a big part of that green revolution. But in terms of investment, Bloomberg Energy Foundation have said that there's anywhere between 78 trillion and 130 trillion dollars needed of new investment to let the world economy be able to meet its environmental targets. And then when we look at carbon, 40% of the global carbon emissions are accounted for by buildings. So we're a big offender in that space, and we have to figure out how to get better. And again, this is what I say, that this is where ClearVue comes into the picture, where businesses like I work for, which is Lendlease, are looking for the solutions. And that's why I'm very excited to be part of the ClearVue journey. It's so important that we have all these signposts within industry to figure out how are we going to get to a net zero carbon position. So within the ClearVue business, they've got tools that they're starting to look at their EPD, environmental product declaration, their LCAs, and these are all the tools that I suppose industry needs to be able to look at products and then select them on an informed basis, looking at their carbon credentials. ClearVue have those tools in place now, which is not really seen throughout the facade industry at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Right, Deeta, let's get you involved here. Maybe you can tell us more about the ClearVue products and its technology.
Yeah, ClearVue is a smart building technology company. And so if I go a bit into detail, what you can see in my virtual background, so I'm not in Perth at the moment, but this building is built in Perth at the Murdoch University. And what you can see, it's a transparent window, which consists of a transparent film with an IP protected layer inside. And these nanoparticles in the layer will transform the light at the glass surface to the glass edge. And at the glass edge, you have some kind of solar cells which convert the daylight into electric energy. So you can install these windows wherever you like in every building. And I think we have a couple of buildings out here in Europe, even in the retrofit business, which could be transformed into energy producing building.
Mm-hmm. And maybe let's take this opportunity for you, Deeta, now to tell us about your background and how your experience in the EU market can help ClearVue and its strategy in delivering these products and technology.
Before I started for ClearVue PV, I worked for an Austrian-based so-called BIPV company. So BIPV stands for Building Integrated Photovoltaic. Mm-hmm. And I figured out two trends in this business. So one was for colored PV solutions, because everybody knows how PV panels look like. So they're mostly dark or bluish. And some architects like to have colored solutions. And on the other hand, the second trend I figured out is this transparent solution. And ClearVue is a market leader in this perspective. And this was quite interesting for me to pick up the business here in Europe on several bases. I have a big network in the architectural business, so I know a lot of architects over here in Europe, and also in the construction facade industry. And this is my role at the moment to roll out the business here in Europe and to establish ClearVue on a big basis.
Well, thank you both of you, John and Deeta, here on Proactive London this afternoon from ClearVue Technologies.